But dude, because the way I take care of myself means I'll survive.
Most definitely.
But if I get it and give it to somebody that doesn't take care of themselves that well, I might kill them indirectly. So that to me is what it's about. It's not about you. It's about you not fucking around with someone else because of your feeling like Superman.
Yeah.
And that's America for you, bro. They're very selfish, bro. People, really.
I'm just gonna say it's not just Americans. It's just human nature in general. Like the episode that we did with Menelik about when the time comes when money is pretty much volatile.
Yes.
You know, there's
no more money.
There's no more money. What is the 3 things that you got left?
You're right.
Your brains. Your body.
Like your body, and then your assets, right? Like
that's
food, things like that, right? It's like when money doesn't matter. It's like, what do you need? Right now at this point, it's just survival.
Because right now with this virus, it's just we're at the point now. It's strictly survival. You know, everyone's trying to make sure that they survive, so they'll go through any means.
Yeah,
mean survival
for sure, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's human nature.
Yes,
and that's human nature. So, is it surprising? No.
Yeah.
Was it bound to happen? Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're just like the human race. We tend to mask our true identity. We've always been hunters and gatherers.
Oh, for sure.
You know, so like whenever a pandemic blows up, the true human nature comes out.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. It becomes fight or flight, right? Fight or flight for a lot of people. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's pretty fucking crazy, bro. Like, yeah, man. And even for my audience out there, I know I'm kind of seem like I'm at a loss for words because I kind of am. I've never seen this kind of shit before.
No, never.
And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not feeling like, you know, real like sad or anything. Like, I don't have a feeling about it as far as like negative. If anything, this time that we've have to be quarantined or whatever, hell, if anything, I've been trying to take advantage of, you know, the more time that we have all the time. But we'll get into that in a sec. But to kind of even actually, well, that's be our next little bullet point, bro. Is what have you been doing since this, you know, quarantine happened?
So what I've been doing, just to keep it plain and simple, is just building my empire. You know, I'm trying to get into my entrepreneurship ways. Yeah. I'm trying to develop my mind, you know, because right now that's all you have.
Amen.
You know, so I've just been reading more, listening to podcasts, and also finding ways on how I can take myself to that next level that I need to be. Yeah. Mentally. Yes. And also, this has really opened my eye that I need to start my own business that we've been talking and saying for the last couple of months. Yep. You know, we need to do something that we have control of our income. That's right. I don't want to be dependent on some guy signing off on my checks. Yes. So I need to be that guy. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So this situation there has really opened my eyes and also given me that drive. Yes. Of what I need to do. You know, so I hope others out there are with this situation right now are really taking the time to really invest in themselves. Yeah, man. I think one of the most investments most people don't make. Reconnect, right? Reconnect with yourself. Connect with yourself. Reconnect with your loved ones. Mm-hmm. And also reconnect with yourself spiritually, man. Man. You know, so like even this is not the time to be down. Disconnect to reconnect. Yes, you gotta disconnect to reconnect. Oh. This is not the time. Should be our next quote we put on our profile. Yes, disconnect to reconnect. Because usually most people around this time, you might have lost your jobs, layoffs, this whatsoever. Yeah. Everyone's situation is different. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? But don't be down at this present time. It's not your fault that you lost your job or whatever like that. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time that you should take and realize of your potential. And trying to get to where you need to and start figuring out what you need to do to meet your potential. Yeah, you're right. Or even get off the fence about that thing you've been thinking about, because you have a lot more time now. A lot more time. Even if you didn't lose your job, you probably have a lot more time if you're working from home, because now you have a lot less time you're commuting. More time for you to maybe catch up some sleep, or if you still normally wake up like me, I still wake up at my same time just because my pup wakes me up. I've had, but I now have a lot more time to do things, because before my time would be cut because I got to get ready to go to work and then drive. But now I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, you're right, bro. You're right. But yeah, bro. Take that time and do something. So we need this time, because who knows? We might never get this time back. Amen, bro. You know, even though it's even though it's not the time that anybody would expect or would want, you still got to take it and make a positive thing from it.
You're right.
Like we were saying from the last episode, if you're dwelling on negative energy, negative vibes, everything that you're gonna be oozing out is just gonna be negative energy, and everything that you're surrounded around.
That's all you'll attract.
So right now is the time for you to be very positive.
Yes.
If let's say in your house, you're living with your girl, family, or whatever that you want to be that positive source. You want to keep everyone positive, everyone's mind straight, because at the end of the day, like for the folks that have mental health issues, I could only imagine like the trial and tribulations they're going through right now.
Dude, amen.
You know what I mean? Especially people that have anxiety or whatsoever like that. Like my prayers and everything go out to those folks.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too.
This is the time not to dwell on this negative thing that's out there.
Yeah.
So be positive. Find your purpose. Find your light and let it fucking shine.
Definitely, man. So definitely. Yeah, for sure. I feel the exact same way, man. I feel like, dude, take this time. I feel like this is a great opportunity, because you said it, man. You said that we might not ever get this kind of opportunity again. And it's funny, man, because I was talking to my brother, my girl and shit. I don't know if I told you or not, but I've been writing my goals down every my goals, affirmations every morning like clockwork, right? But one of them has been that I want to eventually work from home from a home studio. That's been my goal. And I was laughing with my girl and shit, because I was like, yo, I manifested COVID, yo. Because obviously I got lucky and got the opportunity to stay on with my job and work from home. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the lucky few. But I'm working from home, and I was like, yo, this shit is amazing. But I didn't want it to happen like this. You know what I'm saying? Obviously I didn't want a fucking pandemic to keep me working from home. But that's the funny thing about it, though. I guess the reason I mention it is because, like I've been writing this down that I want to do it. And then I kind of been practicing it a bit, right? I'm like, okay, cool. Like, how would my day go? And how would I feel? And so far I'm like, yo, like, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to work from home. I want to be able to control the little time that I have in between needing to work. Because I feel like, dude, I've been able to maximize so much of my time lately. Like, since this quarantine happened, bro, man, I've like, dude, my mornings, my evenings, like just whatever it is, because I don't have to spend so much time trying to get ready for work and commuting and all the shit that you have to do in between. Like, think about how much time you spend just commuting and getting ready for work until you finally get to work. That's like a whole nother, when you put it after a week, that's a whole nother shift.
Definitely.
So now that I don't have to do that,
it could be up to 24 hours for some people, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been doing lately, man. Is definitely the same thing. I've been trying to learn as much as I can. Like, obviously we got the podcast going, so now I'm trying to learn even more things around, monetizing the way that we want to, and just everything, like truly building a real audience, truly building a real business out of this thing, but doing it the right way. That's the goal for me, is that I don't want us to be gimmicky. I don't want to make gimmick money, let's just say. I want true, real, natural revenue to happen. But also know that, like me and you talk about it, that we want to eventually have our studio and have that like as a company, like a studio that produces shit, things like that. So that's all I've been diving into, bro, is ways to grow that, ways to grow audience, ways to grow the business and monetizing it.
That's what's up, man. I'm even going to jump into what you were saying earlier, with the goals and formations.
Yeah.
One of your goals this year was to start a business.
That's right.
Start something.
Yes.
And you already made, and that already happened.
Boom.
We're doing this right now.
Boom.
Third Dimension Studios.
You know what I'm saying?
Even though it's not the way that you wanted, that your plans went, it still happened.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So everything happens for a purpose. Everything has a reason that it happens.
Yes.
So.
No, you're so right,
man. But it's like we said. Like, what do you say? When you think to yourself? If you're always thinking about how you can be better or what you need to do to achieve your goals, and you put that shit down on paper, you can work towards that.
Yeah.
And there's a saying goes, sometimes, but like hard work will eventually meet luck.
So true. Yeah. So what they say, the harder I work, the luckier I get.
Yes.
Man, that's so true.
You know what I mean? So that's exactly what happened, man. So your goals and affirmations, I think everyone needs to do that.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to do that. Even myself, sometimes I do it, but I'm not consistent with it. I need to start doing that on a consistent basis.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And it's okay, man, because like, even for me, like I used to be super, like I used to always do that. And then I had my time where like, I feel like I went a year, maybe 2 years, and I didn't do it. And that's how when I fell into my rut, I felt. Yeah. So I went back. It was funny because I was talking to my brother about this today too, and I was encouraging him too, like, dude, just write things down, bro. Get it off your chest. Get it out of your mind, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you're just in your head and it has nowhere to go, you're just going to stay in your head.
It's going to stay in there.
Yeah, so you got to get this shit out. You got to get this shit out, man. I heard somebody say on a podcast the other day is that, I think, obviously I'm going to fuck up the word for word, but pretty much what he said is that our brain is really good at creating, you know, thoughts and ideas, but we're shitty at remembering them.
Yes.
So write it down.
Because each day that goes by, how many thoughts do you think?
It's thousands, apparently.
You know what I'm saying? So to remember each and every one of those, you have to be some kind of cyborg.
Throw it on paper.
You gotta be some kind of cyborg.
That's what I'm saying, right? So exactly, bro. So that's kind of what, you know, out of this whole COVID-19 / coronavirus situation happened, man, I've really, really purposely tried to invest in myself even more now that I have the time.
The most profitable investment you'll ever make.
You know what I mean? And I hope that, you know, especially a lot of people out there, man, while this is happening, I hope that a lot of people are doing that in some way, shape, or form. Invest this time into whether it's yourself, your family, if you've been on the fence about a business, or even just a little YouTube channel or a podcast. It doesn't matter, man. I feel like the day and age we live in right now, whatever you're passionate about it, you can just go create it. You know what I'm saying? You could be like the biggest Friends, like, you know, the show Friends, fucking fanatic ever, and you can start a podcast on it, and you probably get people to listen to it.
Just do something.
You know what I mean?
Something. Do that thing that you've always been thinking about.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. I feel you. That's kind of where I've been at. But to kind of switch courses is what do you see positively coming out of this whole thing? So, like, you know what I mean? Like, because obviously it's a pretty fucked up situation. People are sick. People are dying. We're all in quarantine. Obviously, people that have, you know, mental issues are probably having a tough time too. So there's a lot of bad stuff going on. But let's switch it, man. Like, what do you think positively can come out of this thing, man?
Positively, I believe, in terms of, like I said myself, one thing that's gonna come out of it is that I'm learning more about myself and also investing into myself. I think more people are starting to invest in themselves a little bit more because now you're pretty much restricted. Some of the answers that you need, you really have to research and brainstorm the research that you got. You know, so you have to start researching. Most people are reading, like myself. I'm reading a lot. Hopefully, one thing that I hope most people get from this little thing that's happening is that they have more of a self-entrepreneur mindset. You know, on how they can be better of themselves. You know, and also another thing I can see benefits like the families, man. Like the times. Let's imagine this: if you're working 9 to 5, you hardly ever get to see your family.
I know, man.
You see your coworkers more than you actually do your family. So now most of his family is like the time they spend right now with their family, like so dads and moms with their kids. Like this is time. This is like valuable time, especially new parents.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So right now is pretty much a really good time for them just to build that relationship, that bond that they've lost. Yes.
No, you're right, man. You know, a lot of people are having this is their opportunity to spend a lot of time with their kids and their family.
So you really get to now you really get to reevaluate your relationship with your family and how much then start realizing how much they really mean to you. I think family is a big thing right now. Yeah. You know, because of you never know, one day they're here, next day they're gone. Yep. You know, so that's one thing that I see very positive from this. You know, like the family relationships. Yeah. The family dynamic is gonna grow and get better and stronger. You know, and also, yeah, man. And yeah, so far I think that's one of the main things that can happen from this.
Definitely. Now, as far as like, what do you think about? Because obviously we know negatively that the economy is getting fucked up, but where do you think positively the economy can go?
Sky's the limit, because with the most there's a statistic that showed I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head right now. Most of the large corporations were brewed when the economy was down.
That's right. I think Uber was one of them. Like the last crash we had, I think was 2008. I think Uber, bunch of big fucking companies were made during that time.
So right now is the time for entrepreneurs. Get your mind right. Go in the lab, start working. Yes. Bust your ass off, man, because who knows, whatever that thought that you had on paper and you start working on that thought, who knows, that might be the next business that takes off in the year of 2021.
So true, bro. So true. No, you're right. I think I'm in the same boat. I feel like, like we're going to have some tough losses, economically. I think, especially stock prices, things like that. But, the positive side of it is I think especially if somebody's been trying to get into the stock market, man, this is such a great time to do it. And obviously this will be a whole nother episode going into the financial side of things. But like right now is such an amazing time to invest. Warren Buffett said it once, man. Or I'm sure he said it 1,000 times. But he said, when the world is greedy, you be frugal. When the world is fearful, you go buy everything.
Go all in.
He said, go all in. Because some of these companies, man, and I've been, kind of talking about this a lot with like, a lot of family friends and shit. They're too big to fail. Yeah, like the Googles, Apples, and a lot of these huge companies, they're mad down. Of course they are.
But they're going to get back up.
But exactly, they're way too big to fail. But right now, you're able to get in at a discount, basically. Now, let's just say you only had $1,000 to invest, right? Let's say 2 years ago, or even last year when the economy was just great, $1,000 would have only got you so far. But now the economies are down. Well, you know what I'm saying? But now that the economy is where it's at, now $1,000 can buy you a lot more, right? And then give me 2 seconds to change some of it. So now that $1,000 can buy you maybe double of what that 1,000 could have bought you just 2 months ago. So I guess what I'm trying to illustrate is, man, right now everything is cheap. Think of the world on sale right now. The world is on sale, so jump in and buy something. Buy some stocks, get into the investment market. So I think positively what I think can happen is a lot of people that want to start building their long-term wealth and, for retirement or whatever the case may be. I think a lot of people that can finally eventually going to get the fear out of the way and jump into it. They're going to create great financial futures for themselves. I think that's going to be a positive thing. Whether large or smaller, doesn't matter. But the fact that they're going to be able to set themselves up positively for a gain. I think that's one thing. I think the other positive side, on a larger scale, we're going to see, again, like you said, more entrepreneurs being created, more amazing companies that can truly shake markets up going to be created. I think we're going to see a shift in big companies. I think certain big companies that have been running certain things are eventually going to kind of get chopped down a bit to let some of the other guys play. And not because they wanted to, because this economy forced it. But at the end of the day, like to even keep it really, keep it silly, when freaking EA Sports did that deal with an NFL, and all we could ever have was a Madden game. And what happened was Madden is that it just pretty much every year just kept pumping out maybe a little bit better graphics and then just a roster update. Literally. So there was no competition. But back if you go to the early 2000s when it was actually NFL 2K5 or All NFL 2K and Madden, those games were being developed so hard because you had competition. So what I'm trying to say is that now some of these companies that never had competition, all of a sudden are going to have competition. And all that's going to do is create two better companies. And now us as consumers are going to have more options, and it's also going to drive prices down. So same thing like when I think about electric cars. I think electric cars are amazing, and I think the world should go electric eventually, right? But Tesla is doing it by themselves. But once some of these big companies start doing it too, like GM and all these guys, eventually that price is going to go down, and now more people are going to be able to have access to it. So that's what I think positively can happen, man, is that, dude, mega corporations are about to get chopped down a bit because some of these little guys are now going to be able to start playing on a bigger level, and it's going to even the playing field, and we're going to have amazing competition. And I think I've always felt, especially me and you, because we both grew up playing sports, competition breeds greatness. Definitely. So when you have a bunch of companies now being able to compete, buddy, I'm excited about where the world's going to be in another year or two from now. That's what I think positive is going to happen out of this.
Yeah, so this is kind of segueing to 5G.
You know what I mean? So that kind of gives, to like, because
like, obviously that was an amazing segue.
Yeah, because we did put it on our Instagram post. We've all been hearing some crazy fucking conspiracies, yo. Man, like I'm talking like I've heard all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, but the one that you hit me with today, that one really
let the world know what it is, bro. You remember what it was?
Man, it was like in 03 in the launch of 3G.
So yeah,
that was SARS.
Exactly.
Mad cow disease.
2003 was like SARS and mad cow
disease, and then
that was also the introduction of 3G. Weird, right?
And then was it 2009?
2009.
It was the H1N1 swine flu. A pandemic that happened.
That pandemic happened.
And also, wasn't that also
4G LTE got introduced that year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So which is another whole new band, way faster, right? And then we got
2020. COVID-19.
5G.
Is there some kind of correlation between the two?
That's the thing, y'all. Like, especially for anybody listening, you can catch us. Some of the videos we'll start to put up eventually on IG. Please DM us, hit comments, let us know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think there's some crazy fucking like conspiracy shit going on? Because think about it, y'all. Every major release of a new, stronger band of network or network band, whatever you want to call it, is also coincidentally the same time a pandemic happened.
Pandemic related to an animal.
What the fuck, y'all? Is that fucking crazy or what?
Yeah, like we were saying before, man. It's just this is just us being conspiracy theorists. I just believe, especially with the way the technology is moving and also the way the human race is moving, we're becoming very dependent on technology. Right, so each year that they release these new technology bands or whatsoever like that, there's some kind of outbreak because our bodies aren't accustomed. Well, the magnetic waves in our bodies aren't used to the magnetic current from those telecommunication bands.
Exactly. It's a lot of like, so every waves year and radiation or whatever it is, right?
Every year it gets stronger, and this so far 5G is the strongest, and the human body can really adapt to it quite well, giving you extreme flu-like symptoms.
Right.
So now they have to relate it to COVID-19, which also has flu-like symptoms.
Or is it purposely the pan? Because let's say that, obviously, let's just say, the germ is the germ and it's real, right? Like, but is it purposely released? Like they purposely fucking infect some, like obviously H1N1 was a bunch of infected pigs that all of a sudden it got everywhere, and then everybody got sick from it. And then obviously one person got sick and the next person got sick. The mad cow was a fucking cheap ass farmers trying to save fucking money, basically feeding dead cows to alive cows. And that's fucking cannibalism. Which if a human ate a human, you get really sick. Why do we think it wouldn't be any different a cow eating its own fucking cow? Cow's not even supposed to eat corn or wheat. They're supposed to eat grass, but that's a whole nother conversation. But like, then obviously mad cow happens, everybody gets sick. Then you have SARS, and then you got this whole fucking thing with the COVID-19. Apparently it was a what was it, like a bat or a snake ate a bat. I've heard all kinds of shit. That a snake ate a bat, person ate the snake, bat was infected, but I don't fucking know. There's levels to it. It was regardless. It always was paired with some kind of animal, eating an animal, right? But is it on fucking purpose, bro? Because why is that happening? That every time we're bringing a brand new, stronger network to the world, all of a sudden there's a new fucking pandemic. And then the crazy thing is, remember when I was saying before, because say COVID, like my whole point of rambling right now is that COVID's real. It's a real germ. People are really getting sick. But eventually we're gonna
safe out there, folks.
Yeah, we're gonna curb it, right? Eventually we'll curb it. But then there's gonna be obviously still people trailing that are getting sick. It's one of those things. It's like, dude, is it 5G making them sick? But we won't think it's 5G because it's just COVID. It's just COVID still lingering around.
Yeah. I
don't fucking know.
Like we said before, man. It's just we're becoming very dependent on technology. So if we have this fear, because as humans, we get once they push fear on us. Look at us right now. In terms of like going out, we're so scared to go out. Most people don't want to go out. I would say like 80% of the population right now is in self-isolation. Right? So now if they said that it was 5G,
no, you're right. People be throwing their cell phones out.
I'm throwing cell phones. I'm going back to like my cord phone. Yeah. My cord home phone. The one with freaking the coil tail. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The hard lines, right? The telephone lines.
Start moving towards that. But we can't because we are in the technology age. Yep. So we need our technology more than ever. You know what I'm saying? So right now, if they're pushing that is the technology that we depend on, that's causing us to be sick. So why is it?
Well, like you said too, because everything is moving even more into digital and technology. Of course, we need stronger bands. Of course, we need 4G is eventually going to be too slow.
It is. It's already too slow, man.
That's what I'm saying. So of course we need 5G. Yeah. But it's like, man, is this whole thing a ploy to eventually switch us from 4G over to 5G?
Definitely. I think it's the transition period right now, man.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
Because didn't you say that in Wuhan they had the first ever launch of 5G?
Exactly. Apparently Wuhan,
and then Italy,
and was it Spain? Pretty much like the first three.
Even Spain right now, also the fatality rate is very high up over there.
Yeah. So that's the crazy thing for the conspiracy. It's like, dude, these major ass places got 5G, like major fucking 5G first, and they also got,
hit with COVID hard.
And of course the next big 5G market is gonna be the fucking States. They're getting hit with COVID really fucking hard. I don't know, man. For all the conspiracy theorists out there, y'all definitely school us on this, because like we just kind of wanted to throw it out there, be like, yo,
what's really going on?
What's really going on, yo?
Is it 5G or is it COVID?
You know
Which
what I mean?
Which one is it?
Is it
the same?
Are pandemics planned around new network releases, basically?
Oh shit.
We don't know. Another conspiracy we heard, bro, was actually my brother talking about this one, was some people think that it was like a bio weapon that accidentally got released.
Oh, that's funny.
What do you think about that, bro?
It's funny that you said that, because there's an article here of the Chinese officials believe that it was the U.S. Army that brought the epidemic to Wuhan, because weeks prior to the first ever case of COVID, there was a military conference in Wuhan. Right, so now these Chinese officials are saying that this is a man-made virus.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So why is it that there was a conference in Wuhan, China, and all of a sudden 2-3 weeks later there's a massive outbreak of COVID?
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Oh man, it's crazy, man.
I don't know, bro. See what I mean? Like, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. So you got military personnel in China. What was it? A couple weeks, or a couple months?
So weeks.
Couple weeks, and then all of a sudden, you got this COVID shit happening, right? And now the conspiracy is like, okay, cool. So, obviously China and the U.S. have been going back and forth in these trade wars, right, for over the last year. So was it one of those things where the U.S. was like, fuck it, let's go fuck them up then? Y'all won't bend to our will in these trade agreements? Fuck it, we're gonna go fuck with y'all's people. Because they were like, what's an easy way to kill the Chinese economy? Stop travel. Stop all these things. And all of a sudden, you know how ignorant people are, right? And I feel, man, and obviously I feel really, really sad for, a lot of Asian folks are getting like pretty much treated like shit because they're Asian.
Yes.
Thinking that they're sick because they're Asian. They're like, I was watching the news, or like a news like media post the other day where cats out in England were like punching on Chinese people.
No way.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, it's your fault.
So
you brought COVID. You dirty ass. All things always start off in China because you people are dirty. That's fucked up, yo. But what if that was the case? They were like, all right, cool. Y'all motherfuckers don't want to give us our will? We're gonna go fucking throw chemical warfare on you, bruh. How can we get y'all to bend? We'll hit you right where it hurts and hit y'all economy. Because now all of a sudden you got less Chinese goods being bought. You got less Chinese goods being, imported, exported. That's the conspiracy right there. You know what I'm saying? Was it was this planned so America can win the trade war?
Win the trade war, it could be, man. Because a lot of things that have happened in the past that we don't really know of or know about, that whatever those politicians don't really know behind closed doors.
Oh, buddy, politics. You know what I'm saying?
Man, who knows, man? That's a very good take,
right?
It could be Donald Trump said, all right, you want to fuck with me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something.
You know what I mean?
But it does make sense, though. It does make sense as to why they would do it.
Of course.
And because right now,
bro, China is huge when it comes to trade and money.
Bro, look at the NBA for a second. Their annual revenue dropped 20% because of the Daryl Morey situation.
That's right, because he commented on the whole Hong Kong thing, right?
He commented on the whole Hong Kong shit, and there's so much money in China.
A lot of money, dude.
Money in China.
There's 1 billion people over there, bro.
You know what I mean? So. And also, the NBA is one of the most profitable sport organizations in the world.
Of course.
And also most of the revenue from China. So that just goes to show how much power China holds.
Definitely, they hold a lot of power, bro.
If this is one way,
think about a lot of the, the chips and a lot of the shit that our technology stuff. It's made in China, yo.
Of course. So what, like you said, what's the best way of the United States claiming power again?
Cripple them. You know what I'm saying?
But they have things, so you gotta give China props. They handled that situation just as you should.
Yeah, they shut down for literally months.
Shut down. In the United States, maybe it's because
Trump's like, I want to open everything back up by April 3rd. That's like a week from now, yo.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah. But they got 140-something thousand cases or whatever.
Deal with the cases they have right now and do with folks that who don't know that they have the virus.
You know what I mean?
Deal with that. So, like you said, man, that's an amazing reason, quote unquote, as to why